Sounds good. Alright, let's get into it. Clearing down. Makes sense. Top is KO, not really gankable. Looks like Diana's full clearing down as well. You're both full clearing down. Okay. Good crab. She could be in this bush, so we ward. Good. Now you play for double crab. Cross through mid. Diana's right behind you. Again, I don't think, yeah, it's not really, you're not really supposed to look for a game. I think you're just running, especially when you see Diana behind you. You should just be running through. Because if you could run, they literally ignore this guy. You're not gonna, are you gonna kill this guy? Nope. Just run through as fast as possible. You can literally not W him, not Q him, not auto him. You can just run through, and just go right straight to crab. Because if you run straight to crab right now, you get one shot before he gets here. Because if your crab literally dies to just Q, W, like 2 autos and a smite, right? QW is basically instant. So the only thing you actually need to kill crab is 2 autos, and then 2 autos takes 2 seconds. And is Diana farther than you than 2 seconds? Yes, right? So if you run straight to the crab and just do auto QW, you actually just kill it before she even gets there. But now, obviously, you won't because we're not going to be forced to 50-50 yet because you're both walking in the same time, right? And why would we ever want to fight it or risk a smite fight when you could just kill before she gets there, you know? Because now this is just going to be a risk. But it looks like you land the spell. You do miss the smite, but looks like this guy should die. But you have to chase him for 20 years and flash and Ari flashes. Like this ended up being good, but you see how all this will just be avoidable. You don't have to flash. Ari doesn't have to flash. You really got the crab. You just literally just run through mid and just smite and just play the kill. You know, make sense?
Alright, I thought if I chunk Yunara, like she would not rotate.
Yeah, no,
But yeah,
but why would
makes sense.
but why do you even need rotations if the crab's already dead? Rotate, not rotate, chunk, not chunk. Why does any of that matter if you can just kill crab before Diana even shows up?
Yeah, yeah, I
Right.
got it.
And also, how are you gonna chunk?
Just I didn't thought about
How are
it.
you gonna chunk this guy? Like auto, nice. 14, 29 damage, sick. One auto, 47 damage. All right, nice. We did 80 damage. You know, it's like you're only chunking people if you
Yeah,
land Q, and it's unrealistic to land a Q here. I mean, unless you throw Q right now, it's unrealistic because he's gonna be in the minion wave, right? And even then, if you want to chunk, you're never starting with W. You're always waiting for your W, waiting for your Q, for charm to land W. Also gonna end up going okay. I just it kind of was a little bit messy and not necessary. Here I would buy Dark Seal instead of Glowing Moat. Um, this is good. This is good. And here you have 480. I think I just buy Dark Seal. Okay, full clear down. We know Diana should be here too because you both full clear down. Yeah, there she is. Who would have guessed? Ari roams. We miss, but it happens. Da, da, da. Throw another Q in a second here. Nice job. Full dragon. Insta based. Run to your blue. Yeah, so far everything looks good. You go for a top king 'cause this guy's pushed up. He should die actually. Oh, close. Nice try. Okay, see Diana. You have ult advantage, so just insta ult. So you see, you should just insta ult. I know you're Q. I don't. Why would you start with Q over ult? Right? Just insta ult. You might miss your Q, but your ult's guaranteed, right? You didn't. So good job, but ult's just a bit better consistent way to start the fight. Smite. Good job. Get the crubs because he's dead. Makes sense. Full clear down. This is. I was literally about to say this is good. You're skipping way more camps, way less camps than normal, and then you went back to skipping camps. But this I think it's not. It makes sense here. Nar has ult for setup. Kayla's pushing. The gank's not terrible. I just think that here, I think. Would you agree that you have a like you're winning versus Diana now? Like you have a big advantage. Like you solo killed her. You got grub. Like you got dragon. Would you agree that you're way stronger than Diana? Yes.
yeah.
So I think like this gank, I know he's pinging and this gank has a chance of working, but right now, if I'm Diana, she can't fight you. Any fight she goes to and you go to, she'll lose because you're just way stronger. That's what being stronger than someone means. So right now, Diana sees you top, and she's like, "Whew, finally, I can force a bot play, or whew, I can force a mid play." or who I could take all his camps. Because normally, if you're just full clearing down, you're doing this. She forces a mid play, you'll be here. She forces a bot play, you'll be there. She tries to invade you, obviously she can't, you'll be there. And if she does any of these things while you're in the area, she'll lose. A 2v2 mid, she'll lose. A 3v3 bot, she'll lose because you're way stronger than her. So when you go for this, it gives her an opportunity now to catch back up. She can go for a mid gank. You can't counter gank it. She gets a kill mid. Again, she can take all three of the camp. Even if you get the kill, this kill's only 300 gold. Your camps are worth like 350 goldish. Plus the XP is worth way more, right? So that's why and I think you typing I can't was true. Even if this guy dies, it still kind of blows if he takes your camps, and you have to flash for it. But we'll see if he punishes you or not. Oh,
Yeah, here, like I consider that she can take my bot side,
mm,
but I thought it's like very important to put KO behind
yeah.
because it's KO.
I won't disagree. I think I'm honestly the most thing I care about the most isn't what it might sound weird. It's not what you do. It's your mindset around it. And the fact that you typed I can't, it makes me happy because it tells me that you knew that you shouldn't. And then you kind of just got brainwashed by your top laner. Um, but I do agree that Kale getting
What do you
ahead.
think?
So I think it was like I'm happy because it's I can tell that you're like learning. Um, Probably still better if you didn't do it, but it's
Okay.
but I don't hate it. It's not that terrible. It's not terrible. I think Kale is like super OP, like strong champ when she gets fed. So wanting to get her make sure she doesn't get fed makes sense.
Yeah.
Watch this fight again. Show up. Hold your Q until it's guaranteed, meaning someone's slowed or stuck. W to yoink it. Dark Harvest, good. Yeah, I think just wait. Like here, for example, I think you're being good with your Q. Here, wait to see if he's gonna be charmed this set. Like here, you saw he's charmed. Now you just throw your Q right now, right? So I think I'm glad you're holding your Q. You just hold it some more because here, obviously, I think if Diana got hit by her Q, she would have died earlier. Chase with your boys. Kind of sucks. You're thinking. Honestly, I know this looks ugly. I don't really. I think this is a good death. Obviously, like prefer you didn't die. Obviously, I'd prefer you'd walk like, this way, or I'd prefer Nar gets aggro. But I think this is like a very, very human, realistic death. Like you're playing with your team, the fight's obviously winning. They're running through tower, so I'm gonna run through tower too. And then it's like, oh whoopsies, I have tower aggro. So like, even though I prefer you not to, like, I think it's way better to, even right now, like I just want once this happens, once you see this, support dead, jungle dead. What does this mean? Like for the map.
Jake, yeah, Jake looking good.
Exactly. So as long as you don't die, you get dragon. If you die, maybe dragon. Maybe you won't get dragon. So you're only like job not to die. So you could stand here, and from here you can still throw W's over the wall. And your W's up in 2 seconds.
Mm.
So like number one option is just not to die. But again, I think this is like I call there's good deaths and bad deaths in the league. Bad deaths like why did you die there? That's such a bad death. Why would you go in? I consider this like a good death in the sense of like it makes complete sense why you'd run in. It's a winning fight. Your teammates are running in. You think Nar's gonna get aggro, but he didn't. So it's like I'm not gonna get too mad at you for this. But it's important to note anytime it's early to late game, anytime there's an objective up and someone on enemy team dies, one, two people die, the
Mm.
first thing in your head should be, okay, objective is free, right? Especially when it's a jungler. That's just the first thing should be entering your mind. Q Q Q Q. Yep, not the worst. Top dice, you pull Herald, perfect.
Can you pause here?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Can you pause here? So here I had the choice to force Drake like back to back, and like my camps are coming up, or like go Herald and top to bot, and we have vision on Drake. And I think, and like here I chose Herald, and I think this was the game because it let Diana play. But like, watch it, and what's your opinion?
I was gonna say normally I would play towards Dragon, but since Kale died, now I think starting Herald is perfect because it's like okay, it's just free. Their top laner's dead, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's like I thought that we have enough control bot to like at least not let her take the Drake,
mhm.
but apparently we didn't enough control.
No, that's fine. I think you're not doing anything wrong there. I mean, okay. First of all, you should dodge these autos. You're not dying to Herald. First of all. Second of all, um, I think it make like again we prefer Dragon over Herald, but in this case, your enemy top dies, so doing Herald makes complete sense because it's just guaranteed it's free, right? So I have no qualms with you giving this Dragon. I think it looks like they're going to fight though, so I think you should be on your way. Like you literally pan your camera, it looks like a fucking Ari's going in, your Ballion's walking in, Kale CPing to mid tower. I think you should just run straight here. You got the Herald now too, so there's nothing to go. Um, you're just gonna be here to like bodyguard. Like if the fight breaks out, you're here to help out. If there's no fight, then you're just gonna go to your Raptors, you know. But if a fight breaks out, you want to be here. And as you can see, the map they are fighting because right now they're 4v3. There's three of your teammates, four enemies. If you're here, you make it a 4v4. It'd be an even fight. And again, you're really strong. I mean, you're 5-1-5. You're really strong. If there's a fight, you should want to be there. You should want to use your lead. You should want to be useful. You know, because now your
I
entire
thought
team.
it's already lost and I cannot get there in time.
But it wasn't. What's lost about this fight? Everyone's full. Right now.
It's,
When you decide not to go, I'll pause when you decide not to go. Right now, this is when you make a decision. What's lost? All your teammates are full HP. Full HP Kalen, full HP Nami, full HP Ari. How is the fight lost? Who's dead?
yeah, I mean, the, the Drake
Yeah,
is
the
over and
fight. The fight.
like,
Who cares about Dragon? If
okay.
your entire team gets aced, the game's over. If everyone dies, the game ends.
Mm,
GG. Right? That's like
yeah.
that's our like you know. If you had to ask me what would I prefer right now, second Dragon or 5 kills? I'd rather get 5 kills. It changes when it's like Soul or Baron, like the big ones, right? But like a second or a first or a third, these like shit dragons. People like 5 people dying is way more important because 5 people die, it's thousands of gold. You break towers, you lose your camps, you lose waves. Like like the people dying is really important too. Um, so uh. And you have to say you also have Herald too. So if you kill them, you get to drop Herald and get tower as well. You know, to focus. I mean, just hit the melee in front of you. Your tunnel vision. Just walk up. I mean, who's easier to hit? This guy that's here or this guy that's here, right? In here you could just walk up. And then you can ult this guy, and you'll just you'll ult Q the melee. 300 gold, 300 gold.
Mm.
They're worth the same amount of gold. At least ride him. You didn't spend your money. God damn it.
Oops.
Oops. Herald's good. I think the Herald was good. Wait, what? Why is Herald mid? Oh, he's riding a mid. I was like, what the fuck? I swear you just did the top lane. What the fuck just happened? Oh, this guy's the best player on earth. No, I think it's another example of like a good death. Like, there's obviously a really bad situation, but I'm be honest, I didn't even expect this to happen. So if I didn't expect this to happen, how the fuck could I blame you for it happening, right? If we wanted like a realistic takeaway, I think once this happens, the play's probably done. You're not gonna stand here for the next. You just been sieging for the last 20 seconds. I doubt you're gonna stand here for another 20 seconds and then break this tower, right? I think you got this tower pretty low. You got Diana pretty low. And now it's time to go back to our camps, right? Wolves, Raptors, Krugs. So it's not that I'm saying this because I predicted this is gonna happen. I had no idea this was gonna happen. It's more like as a jungler, we're not gonna stand around for 40 seconds and hit mid tower at the 18-minute mark. You know, it's not really. No one really hits towers like this. Like normally, like you kill them in a fight somewhere, and then when they're dead, then you go break the towers because they're dead. They're not able to defend their towers when they're dead. You know what I mean? I think that's like a
Mm.
more realistic way to view this. If that makes sense.
Alright, so just don't siege there.
Yeah, you're just not really like no one really sieges this early in the game. Like people siege when they have like Baron and stuff, you know, or when you have Herald or you have like all five teammates grouped or something, or the enemies are dead, like stuff like that. Nice, cute. Play for dragon, kill and die before dragon. Wonderful. Watch this fight. Decent W. I think you gotta hold your Q more. I think you want to walk up with ult, because again, like right now this Q, it might land, it might not. Who fucking knows, right? But I swear, if you just ult, and now you just Q. Now this Q is guaranteed because first of all you have vision of them. Second of all they're Omega slowed. And like you could throw Q like in between them and it's gonna hit one of them, you know. Or again you could just hold it now and then once your ult stuns them, then it's like guaranteed, you know.
Mm.
So then you gotta hold your Q way more, especially when you're ulting. This guy should die though. Yeah, nice. Besides my one Q complaint, I think this fight was really good by you. You guys lost that. I think that was like a really good start. Two-man ult. You got a good W. You land use Anya's and landed your Q afterwards. I think you did everything you could have. Kill dies. Fighting mid. Nice ult. I mean nice Q.
Here I forgot that my Johnny is on cooldown.
Yeah, a little too deep. I think here, not you actually don't even have to. I think now you could keep playing at this range, and at this range you could keep queuing and Wing, and that's already a pretty good start. It's 1-for-1 in the fight, but like this guy's rooted, so you can back up, wait for your W in this little pocket. Killen's gonna maybe press a trap on this guy that just got hit by Morgana Q, right? So I think he just a little oversent it there at the end. Also, don't flash just to get a W off. Like if you're flashing for an ult, sure, but flash W is so weird. I think you could just keep walking and you'd get in W range eventually. Because here, if you had if you had flash, also because technically, if you had flat, like let's say you're here right now with flash up, then you could keep walking and then you could like flash ult for 3-man ult, you know. But here you flashed and you didn't even get in range. Nice spell shield. Mm, to be honest, uh, what was that? I think this is the best VOD you've ever sent me. I do think you got way better. I think your teammates. This was a just an unfortunate game. Because I think normally all my complaints about you, like skipping way too many camps, going for way too many ganks, not prioritizing objectives enough. Early in the game, I think I got way better. Like I think all the things I usually yell at you for, you didn't do it all this game. There was like one time you skipped camps to gank top lane, for example, but again that time was I think pretty acceptable. So I think it was a really good VOD. I think you just it happens. I think you literally had 3 losing lanes. Um, Obviously, I think this game was like winnable. Like obviously, if this never happens, and I think what's it called? There's another play that was pretty bad. I think this is probably the biggest mistake of the game, not going to this fight, because potentially if you go to this fight and you like kill them all, like you literally quadra kill them, like KL die. Like, 'cause I think this fight should be winning. They haven't scaled up yet. I think so. If you and Leonardo's the strongest member, and she's not going to be there. She's top lane, right? So I think this potentially was your game-winning fight. If you go here and just 44 them, I think you could kill them all. I think you're the strongest guy here by far, and their strongest guy wouldn't be here. So I think this was probably your biggest mistake of the game. Um, just again, it's as simple as a fight's definitely happening, and you're way stronger than the opponent, so you should want to fight. Um, but besides that, I actually think this is the best VOD you ever sent me because all the things I usually complain